Why? Because of what I had to go through at 16. I wouldn't allow my child to experience nothing that I experienced at 16. Sometimes in the shower, one of them hot, steamy showers, and
The spirit come in,
you
the
feeling
presence.
it, and you just crying and like really talking to him, and
You trying to survive. Your mental not into school. You not, no matter how hard you want to be like everybody else around you. When you just trying to make sure you got a place to lay your head, food in your belly, clothes on your back, you just stand up real fast. Just let us see a swip, turn. You need some help, girl. Yeah, there you go. There she go.
No,
I ain't never seen you in makeup, so this is a whole
no makeup, no
look.
nothing. I just be worried about my hair. Get my hair done, my nails, my toes.
Welcome to another episode of Real People, Real God, Real Talk. Today is a very special episode. I have one of my good clients. Her name Miss Shadonna Jones is in the house today. How are you doing today, Shadonna?
I'm good. And yourself?
I can't complain.
Yes.
So tell me who Shadonna is.
Well, I am 44 years old. I am a mother of one. He's 19 years old.
What do you do for a career? Like, what's your career right now?
Security.
Security? How long you been doing that?
I have been doing security out here for, I want to say about 2 years, 2.5 years.
Okay, so you said out here, so let's be clear. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada. And are you originally from here?
No, I'm from Los Angeles, California.
Okay, period. Yes. I spent a lot of time in Los Angeles. I spent a good 8 years almost in Los Angeles. It was a vibe. It's the culture from LA to Vegas is definitely. Let's talk about a little bit about the culture. Like, what was the culture shift for you coming from LA to Vegas?
Well, I can really adapt to anything. Period. So it really didn't bother me with the different culture, how it is from California to Las Vegas, Nevada. It wasn't a difference for me.
Okay, so because that means you more of a, like me, I'm an introvert. Like, I be in the house a lot. So, or do you be, like, when I say culture difference, like, because, LA has a little bit more of an active scene there than Vegas do.
It does.
Mainly the Vegas scene is the strip. So, and then they got like little restaurants and stuff. It's plenty of food here in Vegas. That's what I can say. You be telling me about all the food stuff on TikTok.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm a homebody. Mm-hmm. As I get older, I am really content with being
at the house,
at home.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you shared you've been on your own since 16. What was life like at 16?
It was a little bit challenging, but I think I told you, having faith, that's where my faith in God became strong. I was brought up in church, but right then and there at that time, that's where it became a bit stronger and where I'm at right now.
What can you, if you don't mind, what happened to you at 16 that made like your connection with God? So, like, what did you learn? How did it shape you?
Shaping me as far as like
as a woman,
as a
mother.
Well, my mother had an addiction, which led me to live with aunties of, hers and my dad, sisters. So I wouldn't say that they were bad.
Right.
It was just, me at the time, a little bit resentment, I don't know, just, wanted to do a little bit things my way. But me doing it my way is what y'all get right now. head to toe. This is me and God right now. Being on my own at 16, not too much of trust. It was more of like guidance. Needing guidance, needing strength, needing wisdom. At 16 you should be still at home, right? You shouldn't be worrying about, your day-to-day life on being on your own at that age. So that's really what I was asking for, is guidance, strength, and wisdom. For the world that I was coming,
Into.
out and dealing with the world on my own at that age is really what I needed at the time. It really wasn't trust, because I knew that he was giving me all that. I knew I wasn't gonna fail. Wasn't gonna really too much have to worry about. It was real personal, between me and him at that time at 16. It did affect me how I was going to raise my child. I always wanted to be a mother. Why? Because of what I had to go through at 16. I wouldn't allow my child to experience nothing that I experienced at 16. So it really just made me go harder and really being a mother.
Okay, for me, I can relate to that. I left my mom's house at 17 as well. And me getting connected with God was detrimental. Like you said, when you coming out into a big world, you're going from just being with your group of people, the ones your mama and daddy know, into creating your own community and your own network. And at 16 and 17, that could be hard, trying to figure out, how do I navigate bills? How do I, navigate what I'm going to eat every day, clothes, because those are the necessities, and only other person you can't, those of us that have been raised up in church, we were raised to that when you in trouble, turn to God. And for me, that was the only other person I could think of, because God is a person, but he's also spirit, and spiritually, when he can't be here physically, he steps in, and fathers us and mothers us, and he steps in the place of the different people who we had growing up that maybe either left us, abandoned us, or even, just wasn't ready. Because sometimes we go through our hells in our lives not recognizing they're going through their hells too, and it's hard to really pull other people out of hell when you in hell, but how did your relationship with God begin? When did God become real to you? How was faith? How has faith carried you?
Well, we already kind of went over a little bit of,
but we didn't go over faith.
Faith,
because faith is a different thing.
That's around that time, leaving home, and I didn't leave home to be in the streets, but I was a little bit. I ended up going to Job Corps.
Period.
And,
Me too.
You around a lot of different nationalities, a lot of different stuff, and that's like I said, leaving home and needing, that's where my faith became stronger at, and like I say, personal, because when I prayed, it was basically just me and him. And a lot of times it could, whenever I was feeling heavy, it can be me having, a bathroom time. I just, get down right then and there and start praying, asking, more like how I'm talking to you. That's how, I would pray, sometimes in the shower, one of them hot steamy showers, and
the spirit come in,
you
the presence,
feeling it, and you just crying and really talking to him and asking him for the things. So that's where my faith became strong on that journey with being by myself, on my own at that sweet age of.
Let's dive in just slightly into the Job Corps, because since we both got that in common, because I dropped out of high school my 12th grade year, and went to Job Corps myself afterwards because I wasn't focused. When you trying to survive, your mental not into school. You not no matter how hard you want to be like everybody else around you. When you just trying to make sure you got a place to lay your head, food in your belly, clothes on your back, it's not really hard. I mean, it's not really easy
to focus on education.
No. So it took faith, for both of us to say, okay, I didn't finish that, but I can still finish this. And this is more, for me, Job Corps gave me a little bit more flexibility because I was working. Mm-hmm. School sometimes it take away from you having a job and trying to feed yourself at the same time. So a lot of people see you in school, don't know you going through what you're going through at home, So that's why I was asking, like, what is that the level of faith you had when you went to Job Corps after school? After leaving high school.
See, you left at 12th grade high school year, your 12th grade high school year. Me, it was more of like my ending of 9th grade.
Period.
Left, school, probably ran around a little bit, messed around in the streets and but I always, wanted better for myself, no matter what it was that I was going through. So me checking myself into Job Corps, it taught me money management because you only getting so much at a time, within the 2 weeks span, like they paying you for working or going, to get your little
and then you get food there too, get a meal, dinner, exactly.
A lot of my independency came there. I say money management, time management.
So basically you learn how to survive, basically, to sum it up.
Even though where I came from, it was survival of the fitness, lions, tigers, and bears. It was a jungle. So I was already.
You said survival of the who?
Fitness.
Fitness.
Fitness. You gotta be fitness. You gotta be your fitness. You coming from where I'm. Yeah, it was a jungle.
Period.
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Right.
Like so, I already came already, and then. I had a bad attitude. I was ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? That's just because your guards are up.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Because you already had enough with people that you love, that left you. And
so I won't say,
it was just like, don't, this me right here. Don't get too close to here. So, as I get older, my attitude has changed and that comes from praying too. Like, I want to be a better person all the way around.
Right.
Mother, sister, daughter, friend.
So what you're saying is you became these things through the help of God.
Most definitely.
Right.
Most definitely. It couldn't have been me.
Can't nobody else. Yeah.
It couldn't no. I could get advice. I could be, from people. It's just, if the advice wasn't what I wanted to hear, probably gonna do things my way.
Right.
Sometimes our way is not the best way, and that's where you come in and you pray. You lean on God for understanding, not our own. So
period.
My way sometimes wasn't the right way and wasn't probably getting me in good situations. So yeah, gotta pray.
How did becoming a mother change your life? A son at 25, responsibilities, perspective, faith. How does that look for you?
At that age, I done already been through it all. I already knew who Shadonna was at that time. Knew what I wanted. Was more, okay with where I was and knowing that I can do it. I can be a mother that I want to be to my son. I said 16, I was already, independent. So working, it all came natural. Like I just didn't want my son to go through the things that I went through.
Okay. I'm gonna say my mama was 15 when she had me, so for me, being raised by a young mom, 25 is not old. That's young still.
Yeah, it ain't old, nor it's not. Yeah, you right there in your prime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 5 years from 30.
Because you could have waited longer is what I'm saying. Like if you
could
know what I mean, and still gave your time more
Yeah.
time to grow before then.
Yeah.
But sometimes recognizing that God has his mysterious ways of helping us to grow through our kids. You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes he'll give you a child so that you can grow up in an area to see how he parents you. Is the same. You know what I mean? If you get my perspective on that. Like,
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, like having a kid is like taking on the responsibilities of a God, but you're not God. You know, you just there to help your child to get to God. Like my mom helped me to get to God. She did the best she could. She put me around, well, and sometimes you do stuff without even knowing you doing it. You know, putting you around certain people that are God-fearing people will start something up in you, you know, that'll make you be like, okay, I get it now. I understand why y'all praise the Lord and you know
shout,
yeah, because it make a difference when you bring it home as opposed to calling it a church thing. It's really an intimate worship thing. You know, those moments you having in the shower, that's intimacy with God. That's presence with God that you can't get nowhere else for real, for real. When he comes personally to your household, you ain't gonna be able to get it at nobody church. You know what I mean?
No, at nobody church. Nobody, right in your household.
The independence teach you survival, but make it harder to ask for help.
Yep. Yep. Because you so used to, you know, doing it on your own and, you know, making ends meet and on your you know, your own. So, you know, asking people for help, they ain't gonna give it to me, or they gonna say something or use this at a later time. Or remember you asked me for this, or remember I did this for you. So a lot of that you don't be wanna, you know, hear. You don't wanna hear that, you know, what they did for you at a time that you really needing the help. So it's just, it does at a very young age, being independent, it do make it hard for you to ask for help.
Has that carried all the way up into adulthood?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
So how old are you now?
44.
So 44 years old. You don't look 44. We thank God for that.
Yes.
For keeping you.
Yeah, man, don't look like what I've been through, huh? Because I get through it. I don't go through it, I get through it.
Can you talk about the season that brought so much stress into your life? Marriage. We can get into that, or your separation, your emotional weight.
You know, it's a job within itself. You know, and that's another area where you need to be the mediator in that situation too.
How long have you been married?
It will be 9 years.
Okay.
In October.
Okay. So if you were speaking, how old were you when you getting married? Let me say that. When you got married, how old were you?
30, 35. 35, going on 36.
What would you tell the Shadonna at 35?
About what?
About marriage. Would you tell her keep going? What would you say to the Shadonna that was ready to get married back then?
I would have gave it some time. Oh yeah, I would have gave it
for you and for him, or
for
just
both. For both.
And that's growth.
You know, I would have gave it some time.
Because we can't go back and change nothing.
You can't.
But growth is a space of accountability. Like, we ain't saying it was, you know, all peaches and cream, but at the end of the day, if I had to tell somebody else out there that was listening at 35, take some time. If the signs don't align, you know what I mean? Like on that level of it.
Right.
Yeah. Can you walk us through the day your body started responding to stress? Because I remember that day when you came, because you came in here with that, my face drooping, you know, and your numbness.
That was Bell palsy. And it comes from the main trigger is stress. I was at work Good thing for that, right?
Right.
And I do security at a hospital. So I said good thing for that.
Right.
That morning of, your body do let you know, but when you moving, going through life and working, and you kind of, somewhat like look over a little bit, but when it's serious, oh, he gon' put it on you. I didn't try to give you a little bit of this warning. You didn't listen. So then it get to the serious part, and that's what it was. It was at the serious part. And I don't know, that morning, I just felt like my lips was bigger, like bigger than my face. So I literally woke up out my sleep, ran to the bathroom, cut the light on, look, like, okay, lips okay. Ain't nothing wrong with, my lips. So I went back and, lay back down, got a little bit more sleep. And then I was at work. I had went like got a little ginger ale and I was sipping out of it. And it was just like, ooh, just start,
Right.
what, like,
I know that threw
okay,
you off.
yeah. I
Right.
was like, wait a minute. So I'm like, all right. And then I had COVID. So I had like that little metal, taste in my mouth. And, somewhat of COVID,
Well,
those
I
were
never
some of
had
your,
COVID.
when it was,
Okay.
I had got COVID.
Okay.
So I thought it was probably, I'm like, all right, didn't think nothing. And I just start feeling like my face on my right side just start not feeling right. And I just went in, the triage, like, hey, my face. And they did all that, cold whited. And yeah, they was just like, Bell palsy.
Oh wow.
They was thinking stroke because that's some of the symptoms you feel with like, strokes. So no, it wasn't stroke. Thank God. But it was Bell palsy. And yeah,
So,
I didn't like that stuff. It had my, like, oh no, I didn't like it.
but the core of that, because we want to talk to the person that's out there that possibly is at the breaking of it, or may be in the signs of it and don't even know it. It's stress, and the only way to relieve yourself from stress is relieve yourself from the things that are stressing you. And that season, what was stressing you?
Everything, work, just life. Life was lifing.
You a wife, you a mother, you got a
Everything.
job,
It was life.
you pretty much carry your house, right? Pretty much for the most part. You have a husband, but at the end of the day, you work. And that's all you've been knowing from our conversation. All you know is hustle, to make sure that you have the things that you want and need down here on earth.
Yep.
I know because a lot of times the body is carrying what the mind can't,
Yep. More than
or what
we
the heart
think
can't.
it is.
You know what I mean? The body is carrying what the heart cannot carry, and it ends up turning again into sickness,
Yep. You gotta be gentle on yourself.
grace. Show yourself some
You
grace
got to.
and mercy.
Get
You know
got
what I
to.
mean? The same thing God gives us, we got to
For
give to
real.
each
For
other.
real. For real. For real. Gotta be gentle. Stress kills.
For real. And then after that, there ain't nothing else after that.
Ooh.
When you were dealing with the Bell palsy, where did God come in? Because this somebody that been hanging with you since 16, so I know he wouldn't have left you there.
Nah, he didn't. He was there. As you can see,
Right.
some people really can have it worse. Like no recovering after, like it really like face be drooped for however remaining
long
of
it
their
is.
life is on earth is there. Nah, it didn't take me no time to get back to me. Like my face, everything.
What did you do? Did you pray?
I did. I was just say, along, praying along with the other little home little exercise that
So you did
the
work too.
doctor, will tell you to do. They wanted me to see like a neurologist. I never went. Never went. Never went. I didn't think I wasn't accepting that. Going to no neurologist. acupuncture with the needles, like putting it in their face, in their face. I wasn't claiming that.
You ain't feel
I'm
like
gonna do
you ain't
like
want
my
that
granny did with
experience.
when they said she got the bitches. She was like, and I ain't claiming that. I got it. I wasn't claiming that one.
Okay.
Acupuncture, neurologist,
Right.
extra stuff that I wasn't even fit to even get
Go
in
through all
tune
of
with.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and make that my part of my daily, routine or appointments. So no, I did, little ice bar. How you fill it up with water, put it in the freezer. It make the little ice bar. So that, and then the face roller,
Okay.
and just doing my own exercise.
Period.
With my face at home, just in my
She
own little
back.
time. So that's what I
She
did. The
back.
prayer and the home remedies.
And that's a good example of faith without works is dead.
It's dead.
So
You could pray, but you
yeah,
gotta
you gotta do your
put
stuff.
forth.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've been sitting in my chair for over a year now. How did we first meet? And why did you stay? What made the experience different with me?
Well, you know how that went.
I know, but they don't.
Oh
Tell
shoot,
the people.
people. I won't say bad experience with another beautician. It just wasn't to my liking,
Okay,
and
that's safe.
and yeah, I just wasn't feeling it.
Hey, but when
That
you
hit.
came to me,
When I
what was the
came to
difference?
you, everything was one genuine. I showed you pictures, showed you what I was working with. Got back in a timely manner.
We been hanging.
This is where we at right now. Yep. Yep.
Okay, now. How did your hair journey impact your confidence?
A lot. A lot. What woman don't want, as we call it, our crown, looking up to,
Up
up
to
to
par?
standards and up to par. It does a lot for me. Even though I can have a scarf on and still feel like, her, but it's just, it does something else. It take you somewhere else when your hair and everything. When you look nice, you feel nice. You do better, all the way around. It boosts your confidence.
Like so many of my clients currently here in Vegas, I don't know if it's a Vegas thing. I really can't say that it is because I've worked in several cities. It's actually my third city building a clientele. A lot of women have been dealing with alopecia and dealing with stress spots and things like that. So when I say confidence, you going from that to finding something that fits you, how has that made you feel? Like finding you a stylist that can give you a style that actually fits you, because that's important to me as a hairstylist. For as long as I've done it, I've witnessed so many other people just kind of do whatever on somebody just so they can get the money, but it don't look good on them, or it don't really fit them or their personality. So it's like, do me as a stylist is looking on the other side, do I become that stylist where I'm just doing it for the money, or am I actually going to sit down with my clients, create an intimate let me say an intimate enough relationship? Because though I am very friendly, I've always been very strict on myself with keeping business and pleasure separately. Everybody, I can love you as family, but at the end of the day, this is still my business. It's how I support my life. So I still like to create some intimacy with my clients so that I can get to know them. So that style wise, I'm giving you a style that fits you, and as you've grown with me, we've played, like, this is even a different look for you.
This is different.
This is even different. This is your first time.
This is different.
Popping in some color. And I have we done a full head quick weave before?
This is my second time.
Okay.
This is my second time.
I thought so. I just didn't know. We hadn't done it in a long time. But this look is cute.
Yep, I like it.
This look, you feeling it? It's cute.
I like it.
What made you say yes to the Kingdom Transformation? Because I asked you quite a bit ago. So what made you finally say, you know what, I want to do this?
Like you say, we when you doing my hair, we already creating our bond, and I know where you trying to go. It's like I'm supporting my beautician,
Period.
like
Period.
I'm gonna have a seat.
Period.
We're gonna get this kingdom transformation done.
Period.
Yeah.
And you look good, girl.
Crown.
You look like $2 million.
I don't know how they be doing.
I told my other client 1 million. Girl, you just went to 2 million.
Yeah, you got me with these hoops, so
You look, you look good. Let's talk about it though. So, how was your consultation? Like when we did our consultation, what was your vibes from that?
It was regular.
Okay.
It was regular.
It just felt like us.
It just flowed. It was just different. We never, from the first time, we never did a FaceTime.
Right.
It's usually through our texts and this and that. But this was our first time FaceTiming it, and it went the same, like as if it was a text message. But we was looking at each other.
You had 4 outfits that you had that we put together, because I like to reiterate that when I do the kingdom transformation, we are not only styling you from the crown, but we take it from the crown all the way to the sole of your feet. And so I like for people to feel like themselves, but let's bring the best versions of yourself. Like, if we gonna pull your outfits, honey, pull me your best girls. You know what I mean? Pull me your best pieces. And you look good. Can you just stand up real fast? Just let us see a swip, turn. You got. Do you need some help, girl? Yeah. There you go. There she go. The kingdom transformation has started and begun, honey.
This is him.
This is
He styled this.
Yeah.
I just laid him out
She
and
herself.
he went, because to be honest, I am simple. I really usually come on a work day and I'm in my uniform.
Exactly.
I'm really be in my uniform. I'm really in my uniform. But I'm like I can do everything. It don't matter. But I'm really like into my tennis shoes, my Air Max 95.
Tomboy tee.
But
my mama like that too. She loves tennis shoes.
But I am, I could do.
She's a lady today. You look like a lady.
I could do a little bit of all.
You're in your lady era.
I wish it was like this cover with you. I probably would have threw some Air Max on, little nice shirt and some jeans. But
when you looked in the mirror after your transformation, what did you see? Not just your hair, but what did you see about you? Not just your makeup. How do you feel right now with everything about you?
Well, with me, I really,
You feel confident? You feel sure? You feel like, you know what, maybe I can do this more. Like, maybe I can,
A little bit on especially with the makeup. Remember I told you I was telling you my son and his my son godmother and me, we want to start playing in some makeup. Because I'm really, not,
Right.
No nothing. No.
I ain't never seen you in makeup, so this is a whole
no makeup, no
look.
nothing. I just be worried about my hair. Get my hair done, my nails, my toes.
That's why I thought it was important to bring in the makeup, because I know working in the hair industry, sometimes like a lot of the women that sit in my chair, I be like, "Ooh, this hairstyle would look so good if they had a little makeup on." But you can't, make people move into that. They got to really either want it or like in this certain experience, like it comes with it. So that's why I wanted you to see like you from front to, from the beginning to the end, like the transformation, and you look amazing.
I like it.
You look amazing.
Like it, girl.
Yes. The makeup artist, we're going to introduce her later. Miss J.
Yeah,
she ain't nothing nice with the brushes.
Yeah,
we thank
tapping
God for
and
her.
dapping.
We thank God for her. Wait till y'all meet her. They can't take my lingo here. What does kingdom transformation mean to you now? But if you were to elaborate to a woman that may need this experience, that may just need this kind of day.
Like we was just talking about a little. It's a picker upper. You know, if you know you have some women that do lack confidence, you know, low self-esteem, and not okay with stepping out of their norms and trying different things. You never know what you like or don't like if you ain't never tried it.
That's right.
You know, so always, you know, be open to trying, you know, new things.
I like that word open. Let's be open.
Yeah, you might like it, love it.
You might love it.
Yeah. You might start from liking to loving, and now it's part of you.
Period.
Getting your hair done, getting your makeup. And like the makeup artist, you know, said, sometimes she don't be feeling it, but when she put a little 1-2 beat on her face, she feel totally different than how she probably woke up feeling. So yeah, be open with yourself.
Trust his plans. Is there anybody else that's got a promise over their life and you're waiting on God to do it? I said you're waiting on God to do it, but you gotta believe. Yeah. Gotta be. You got to believe.
Healing doesn't always happen overnight. This is Real People, Real God, Real Talk, where we always keep it real and we never leave God out of the conversation. Until next time, bye-bye.